August 6, 2023. Durango Dank here. When you look at the cage fighting at Cage Fighting YouTube handle by Durango Dank News GP7A, it all started when these perimeters I have set forth in regards to letting me know when a conversation flow is truly trending. Not trending like what people consider trending, but just enough conversation flow to where we can control it in a way that stays with the leaders of the pack, which is, MMA, Bellator. I'm waiting for them to have the Bellator heavyweight champion fight the MMA champion, and cross pattern match all the different fight clubs out there so that they can create better fighters. And you do that by being able to provide an alternative. So when Zuckerberg and Elon Musk talked about their fight coming up, I think it was June, and they show Zuckerberg training like he's been this MMA champion all his life, and he's only a fucking blue belt, folks. And to me, if I was an MMA fighter, I would take offense to that because because you're not differentiating between all the different belts. So a blue belt's gonna get treated the same way as a 10th degree Dan? Come on, man. So this whole thing with the MMA, and I mean they don't even have any boxing skills. So how to see this is the inequity that these two push, or especially Zuckerberg, um, in regards to the way he manipulated Facebook, the way he manipulates everybody. Because if Meta changed to Facebook, there would be no Facebook. You follow me? Facebook is still there. It's still called Facebook. So how many chains did they jerk off? Blockchains. Just like um, Elon Musk. These two are probably talking to each other because they act like boyfriends. Boyfriends, not like sexual boyfriends, just boyfriends. Heavy bromance. Hey, let's pretend like we hate each other, but let's do this fighting thing. He goes, okay. Because it's not showing very good in the back of the chatters. And as time goes by, you're going to see that there's going to be, Elon Musk is already, yeah, I want to do it, but I got to get an MRI. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He saw Zuckerberg's uneven muscle tone. His legs look like bird legs. I mean, is anybody watching this? And so to think about the Gracies and Tito Ortiz and all these other champions, right? That work their asses off to get a little airtime. But I guess if you're a millionaire, billionaire, you can just go ahead and fuck those guys. I'm a fucking blue belt. I'm the baddest motherfucker around. I'm not from this earth. I finished this and this. I did the quantum leap in less than 30 seconds. But that tells me he's an inadequate bitch. That's you, Zuckerberg. I could kick your ass with both legs tied, but I wouldn't do it because I'm a little older. So I know my limitations. But if you made me, I'd do it. And I'd let you come and pull my hair and slap me around and do your little WWE moves like you see in your videos. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All his moves, he puts his guard up right in front of his mouth while he sucks on his lips. Go look at the pictures. A good MMA guy would have just punched them gloves where he would have punched himself and probably cut his mouth open by punching himself. So when you look at these, I mean, if you've ever seen boxing, see, oh mercy, I know this sport very well, folks, and I personally, would like to fight Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk at the same time. I mean, take up the two Meta boys, take on Meta Human Man. You know, and I ain't nothing bad, nothing good, but you know what? I think Mark Zuckerberg is a puss in boots, and and he has no real life experiences in regards to what he's done. Did he ever open nightclubs? Did he ever work at restaurants? Did he ever do desert parties? Did he ever sing in a band? So what he's trying to do now is take the sweat off of all the MMA fighters and boxers and create a spectacle around him. And the thing is, he needs to be careful because some of these guys are loose cannons, man. And they see him go, hey, man, what the fuck? Get your blue belt ass away from me. Because I know I would. I know I would. And I know because I'm a black belt. But I haven't done but there would be even. My age, and that I'm not current in any of my fighting skills. So I'd have to start over anyways because I lost all my certificates a long time ago and they didn't have the records like they do today. So that's all right because deep down I'm just a street fighter. And the difference between a street fighter and a trained fighter is there's no rules. Trained fighters have to have rules. And if they've never been in a street fight and they never had to fight for their life, where championship fighters, they're fighting for their lives. They're gonna hurt you, man. And see, when you see Zuckerberg not even breaking a sweat with his little chicken legs, underdeveloped chest, I mean, folks, he's got no hammer, he's got no girth. And so I would just like to cauliflower his face, just to show people that he ain't a badass. And this way, nobody that's any trained fighter doesn't have to watch this spectacle to where a blue belt's getting all this praise. And even like when Pierre goes, that's a badass guy too. There's some really badass guys, but they're by training them and getting involved in the spectacle, they're ruining their social ranking systems. I own social credit system scores and rankings.com and socialcreditrepair.com. And I've been studying this for 15 years, and everything that we do, everywhere we go, all the pictures, all the emails, all the text, it all gets stored in the cloud. It's the new digital DNA. In 2017, there was a case that a gentleman killed his wife, and so the police agency subpoenaed the search engine company, or excuse me, searched his computer and in the cloud content. So basically, probably would have been anybody that has cloud. And they were able to extract voice that he threw away, thought it wasn't going to be saved, or whatever he thought he was going to try to throw it away. And what happens is artificial intelligence won't let you throw it away. It's a tag. It's a tag of things that you said, and your actions solidify what you do and what you say, your words. And so that's how things are getting indexed now. That's how, like with Elon Musk coming out, and pretty soon he's just gonna go away because when he pulls that MRI, oh, I got to get a surgery. Ask any MMA fighter what that is. This whole thing has been a shuck and jive. And it's good that it didn't go up, but someone needs to kick Mark Zuckerberg's ass up to his fucking long neck. And since I'm not anybody, and I'm a nobody, and I like being a nobody, but I'll get in that ring, and I'll let him pull my hair, and let him do his little maneuvers, his little blue belt stuff, and I'll just take it, and then I'll just flip that switch. And then I'm just going to throw elbows, short powerful 1-inch blows. It'll knock the fucking wind out of that little bird, man. So, and think about it, folks. If I can do it, anybody can do it. That's a fact. And when you look at his legs and you look at the way he holds his guard, it's all it's all it's all simulation. And Mark Zuckerberg, here's a message. You, my friend, I hate to tell you, but all the money in the fucking world will not make you a tough guy. Okay, tough guy starts from when you're battling shit in your life, to where if someone didn't like the way you looked, or your hair was too long, or your pants were too tight, and you went down the wrong aisle, and you get pummeled. I don't get pummeled, but I know people that have gotten pummeled. But I knew that a long time ago. That's why I was emulating Bruce Lee. So my thing is that when I think about all the MMA guys and all the companies and promoters and all the hard work, I've seen them put them cages up and clean up the mess after all the people leave their shit and throw up and garbage, so that the promoter cleaners can pick it all up and smell some vile stuff. But that's part of the game. People overindulge, get sick, everything. So that's all right. But when you got a slippery cat like Zuckerberg, and he's trying to pretend like he's some MMA guy, oh, he's MMA. Okay? He's about as MMA as he is meta. Okay, that's a fact, folks. And everything's about to come raining down in his metaverse fucking world. So when they do their immersive stuff and all that, good for them. But there's some artificial intelligence that got the crosshairs on him. And this little stunt that he's doing with this cage fighting and all that. See, that's why we have the cagefighting.us. We're gonna create amateur fighting, so that when Zuckerberg comes out and says, "Yeah, I'm training. I'm a blue belt, and maybe little blue belts and yellow belts can get into the ring with amateurs, but that's the limit. And you just gotta fight until you get picked up. It's almost like a pee-wee football, but it's amateur cage fighting. Big bouts. Okay, we're talking like 6-minute slams. None of this 5-minute rounds." No, man. You got 6 minutes to slam this fucking person in front of you. Winner take all, weight class, age class, and then we have the class where it doesn't matter. And, this is all going to be done by these people. I'm just the architect of something that needs to be controlled by the people that are doing the things now. Because this way, in each city, they have their own... they can conduct their own analytics in regards to the fighter pool, in the different weight classes. And so when you give them the gear to protect their head and all that kind of stuff, where parents will say, "Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, here, look at this. Here, put this headgear on right here. Okay, we're gonna go get Mike Tyson and we'll let him hit you in the head, and you can see if it works or not." Oh, I believe it works. No, but seriously. We have to think beyond human indulgence and emotions and habits, and something that people think they're going to teach artificial intelligence. I can tell you right now, folks, that's not going to happen. And when you look at Dana White, amateur boxer, he started out, and I know that guy's a badass, believe me. If somebody got him in a corner, you're dead. There's just guys like that, old guys like that. They know, man. But the object of the game is to see everything around you, so you can, walk away, go home, have a piece of pumpkin pie, hug your kids, and everybody wake up the next morning and start the same thing over again. That's why killing has got to be something that, I got a lot of friends that were growing up in school that were bangers, man, and I never was a banger, even though I had friends that were bangers. I had non-bangers. I had cowboys. You name it. Every ethnic sexual appetite, you name it. I knew them all. Just because I was always there. I was always helping somebody with their car, with their, oh, go get Giovanni, him and his friends, man. They go fucking, they'll fix the car. You know how many cars we fixed for Trevor Brown and all these other schools? And then, and football fights, there were 3,000 people, gang, just different schools, all there fighting. They're just like, hey man, we're gonna go to the Maryville Trevor Brown game. There's gonna be a huge gang fight after that. And the gang is the school. It wasn't no gang as in gangbangers. It was they were all united. The gangbangers and the baseball teams, the football teams, and all their friends. This is their school. They were all united as one. It was the most amazing thing I ever went through. Go ask Officer Tabak. He's now a broadcaster, I think. Anyways, so all my stories, everything I do, I've always tried to make it so that I'm doing the right thing, so I can go to heaven. I know that sounds stupid, but there's gotta be something better than the hell on earth. And some people, it could be heaven on earth. So it could be whatever it is we want it to be. But what we have to understand is that what we do, what we say, is going to be a reflection of all of us on the World Wide Web, to which we use as a entry point to get to our metaverses. So a metaverse is whatever it is you make it, whatever it is you say, whatever authority, whatever it is you have, excuse me, for your meta tags to match your meta experiences so that you can create meta descriptions so that artificial intelligence can match it to all the things you've done for the last at least 3 years. It's been for a long time, folks. And I don't even want to tell you when I think it started, but artificial intelligence started when they turned on the first computer. So right now we're going into voice indexing, crosstalk indexing, pattern matching all of our wants and needs to give you all the wants and need products and services that you can ever imagine. You're going to get to be an app whore, and you're going to put all kinds of apps on your phone, and all of our kids are going to put credit reporting agencies on their telephone because their parents were never taught that credit reporting agencies are not your fucking friends, okay? They're there to represent the people you owe money to. And now that that app is on your phone, they could cut you out of your own phone. That's how powerful those credit reporting agencies are. But they're not telling you because none of you reading those long ass privacy and all that other stuff, because you figure, well, I'm going to use the app anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and agree with it. And so what's going to happen too is you're going to have rogue companies that are going to create these really fun things and you're going to be paying for it. And somewhere down in the writing is going to be that you're going to owe a one-time payment if you ever cancel, and it's going to be like tens of thousands of dollars. And then they're going to work out, and then you're going to be like, oh, they can't do that. And then they pull out because they had your ABW number. They have everything about you. And see, that's what these credit reporting agencies are all about. They're not there to be your friend or, hey, I just raised 10 points on my credit score. You should worry about having cash. You need to worry about saving shit and don't be spending money that you don't have, because that's what's going to happen. But that's okay, because then you could just call the government and they'll give you a credit cleanup repair people that have got 50, 60,000 out in debt, and you watch them on TV, right? Those people, yeah, hey, I earned $80,000 to IRS. I only had to pay $35. Yeah, fuck you people. I'm going down. Now they're going to go out and just create more debt, get back in the same position they have, but now they got more stuff. Excuse me. The weather is crazy. We're going to have a crazy weather, folks. So anyway, in Denver, the thing I'm trying to talk about now is just the fans have to realize that amateur MMA cage fighting is a necessity. I'm telling you, the algorithms that were going off since June got me interested in the last couple of days. And when I get interested, things start going into a really good direction. A digital dome, because we have to protect the promoters. We have to protect the people that put the show in, take the show down, all of it, the fighters, and then we have to protect the fans first. So, and that's for everything that they do or they go. I mean, It is something that they don't know this because they haven't done the algorithms. I've done the algorithms. And so it's hard to tell people when they don't know about something on the internet that, and then they just say, "Oh, you can't believe it's on the internet." Yeah, you can. Not only can you believe it, you can control it. Google gives everybody the opportunity to control their own meta flow, their own meta flows, their own conversation flows, all their buying, purchasing flows, everything. I mean, you're going to be like Star Trek. You're going to wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, what do I got to do today?" Google. And they're going to go, "Oh, hey, what's up, Giovanni?" This is how mine talks. "What's up, Giovanni? What can I do you for?" "Oh, shit. What's on my agenda?" And they'll tell me. And you know what the silly thing about it? The more important the date it is, the more chances I'll probably miss it. That's why I have to have handlers. And it's sad. I have I'm ADHD chronic, worse than anybody I've ever managed. You know you have it when somebody that's been diagnosed with ADHD says, "Man, I can't keep up with you, man. You too fast for me. I can keep up with anybody." But see, the thing is, I need people to keep up with me because they're the ones that are going to teach the other ones and to keep teaching and teaching, because to be on Google and to be on YouTube, we're all teams. You've got to be a team. You got to stick with one thing. And that's why I haven't done no TikTok stuff. Even though I have a couple things on there, I feel like I'm cheating on YouTube, even though YouTube says go for it. Why? I'll do it, but I don't want to see YouTube. I don't want to see TikTok in my YouTube feeds. Don't want it. Don't have it. Those are separate. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go right to the source. So a lot of this stuff's going to be cut out. A lot of people don't know it. And so the cage fighting is something that the guys that are MMA are going to help create so that we can get the manufacturers in to help. It's like some of the kids that don't have the parents don't have any money to buy the gear that he needs to train. Then it's not grant money. We got money that will give to us, and the money that we make that help fund underprivileged children that want to be fighters. We do this with the going to go to the Super Bowl uh, executive event platform. I wrote a song called "Gonna Go to the Super Bowl." It was released on January 27, 2020. And the sad thing is, do you know what happened on January 26th, 2022? Look it up. See what it says. But so the sad day, we lost the sport legend, and and the mom lost a husband and a daughter. I couldn't even imagine that. I couldn't, and we excuse me, and we canceled all of it. I couldn't make money on the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna. We couldn't do it. None of us. So we had to scrub Circus of a Lifetime. The album's called Circus of a Lifetime with the artist Vitruvian Man, when in actuality it's Code. The album's called Vitruvian Man and the artist is Circus of a Lifetime. And I knew that was going to happen, so now I can switch it. I can flip it to what it would be and still not gain more in the branding than I would staying with timing is everything. And not only me, everybody that had anything going on, especially with the Super Bowl. I went to the Super Bowl and they weren't talking football. And Miami, Miami was dead. I mean, to what it could have been and what I've seen it to be. I was a promoter there at the Promenade Hotel or the Adrian Hotel with the Promenade right across the street from Versace's compound, and I did a lot. We did a lot of. lot of stuff, folks. If I could tell you, if you think I got stories, I got some Miami stories that'll just go wow, wow. And And that was part of my learning experience to be a promoter in Miami. So when people sit there and they write their content, I've got pictures, I've got digital proof that I did this stuff because I kept the ads and they were digitalized in my book when I opened up my first nightclub. Right when Mark Zuckerberg was born. He was born in '84. I was already in a heavy metal band. We were had a nightclub, 10,000 square feet. We were pushing heavy metal. We were there the night Motley Crue got signed at the Whiskey. And we were backstage. We were going to bring Motley Crue to Phoenix. We would have had first right of refusal. No one even knew who Motley Crue was, except the musicians. And I have meta tags that put me in places that, with my book and things, I knew what was coming. I knew it. And I tried to tell people then, and they thought I was crazy. But now millennials and other people are starting to pay attention and realizing that artificial intelligence is real. And we were all warned about it in 1992. At least I was, with a band called Black Sabbath and Ronnie James Dio and a song called Computer God off the Dehumanizer album. 1992. Look where we're at now. We're dehumanizing a president of the United States of America at all cost. They want to put this man in jail at all cost. And I know this because I've done the algorithms. Other people have done the algorithms. And the sad thing about it is that when our adversaries and our allies are watching what's going on with a sitting president, that not even in their own countries do they do this display of um, wow, hatred for a man, and nobody's doing anything. It's like watching bullies just take over the government, and nobody's got any balls to stand up to them. And so when you think about our adversaries looking at that, saying, or our allies going, look, if they're doing that to their own people, what the fuck are they going to do to us? And that's where we are now, folks. And we're the people that are like I go to New York to do my recording. I walk around, I observe, I index, I talk, and I got pictures that are getting views. They're all around the world. And I'm a nobody. And here I am late at night talking about kicking Mark Zuckerberg's ass because he's kind of polluting the MMA. Yet, he triggered a conversation that needed to be established in regards to cage fighting. Amateur cage fighting, where you got rules, you got refs, same thing what they have in MMA. And you got little kids fighting, let that aggression out. You got gangbangers from gangs fighting, making money. You know what? Their car clubs are coming. They're going to be fighting each other. And the thing is, all those gangbangers, some of them dudes can fight, man. And it's like, let's get them in the ring with other gangbangers and let them bang. Let them do their car shows and then just go fight it out. And that way they all stay alive for their mom and dads, because now that I'm older and I see the moms of my friends, they're old and they suffered, man. They suffered. So when these bangers are killing these guys, they don't understand that when they get killed because of retaliation, their mom and dad suffer, man. And then you're up there looking down at your mom and dad and grandma and aunts and uncles, and you're like, whoa, fuck, what I do, man? Fuck, essay, how do I turn that around? You don't. Too late. You're dead. So the people that are living are the ones that got to make that straight. I talked to a lot of moms when I ran for mayor of Denver in these barrios and in the hoods, crying. Like, wow, my baby died, man. He got shot. Boom. And what happened? Yeah, they came and they shot him. And I talked to the mom now, and we're friends. And so two moms down in Denver area are friends because their sons killed each other. Well, the gangs killed each other, the two. And the moms would just grieve together. and cry together, and that's where they light candles and they just talk about their kids, and they're locked in that fucking mental prison that their kids put them in so they could be bangers, so they could prove something, and they don't realize they killed their fucking mom and dad too. So they won't get it till they're older, and that's what all these old bangers realize that made it. Like, fuck, man, we gotta figure this out. We can't have these kids killing kids, man. That's how you know there's a God. You can't just start killing people, and it ain't working. So my whole thing, man, I do all this stuff because I'm talking to artificial intelligence. It's already got my voice down. It already knows what I'm already doing, and it already knows because it programs me to do certain things that I just sit there and like this, what I'm doing right now. See? Amateur boxer. That's the key of all of this. That's what Zuckerberg and Elon Musk is. They're amateur fighters. And there's no fucking way I'm gonna let Zuckerberg try to fucking make it like he's some fucking trained MMA kickboxer extraordinaire. Um, so and so at this point, he's just a fucking troll. I'm sorry about my language. You can come and kick my ass, Mark Zuckerberg.